Hi, Henk Akkermans, Supply Network Dynamics Chapter 6, clip number 1 for the sim on relevance assumed. So this is a sim related to the growth perils of part of Interpolis, a Dutch insurance company. This might be an office of Interpolis, and this might even be Gerard van Laarhoven, but it's not, just a coincidence. Here are some of the historical backgrounds of this case. Here we have some ideas of good and bad measures for performance indicators, but we won't be looking so much into this. We'll be looking at this. So 5 sectors, and let's start with the flow of cases first. So that's the primary flow of cases, or dossiers as they are called in Dutch, legal files. They have an intake process and a handling rate, and of course you can outsource some of them. The intake of cases grew considerably for a certain amount of time, from almost 100%, and there's of course a base number. And this comes from the historical pattern that Gerard van Laarhoven sketched in one of his representations. How quickly you can deal with those cases depends on the capacity you have available. There is of course a minimum amount of time, let's say 2 months, that you need to handle those. And there is also a max on the amount of outsourcing that you can do. And in this model, that outsourcing is made endogenous. So the more higher the workload, the more you will outsource. That's up here. How much capacity depends on fairly standard, the number of FTE you have available times their productivity. Equally standard is how much capacity do you need really? Well, that depends on how much cases need to be processed, times divided by how long they should take. And that then combined with this productivity leads to current workload, the workload being equal to the required capacity divided by the current capacity. In steady states, in this case, we don't have a real steady state here because we have a growth percentage from the beginning. So there's no longer a really steady state. If we would have a steady state, it would be like here, that the case handling rate is equal to the cases in progress divided by the target process duration. And that would mean that the initial cases would be case handling rate initial cases divided by target process duration. So a bit more on that. Won't bother you with all of that. The main point is the company wasn't in equilibrium. So how do you deal with it?